Welcome back, Alpha Strikers. For a special event we have today, we've decided that we want to cover what some might call etiquette for Heroclix.
There's a lot of big events coming on. You're going to meet a lot of new people at your WKO events, your ROC events. These are just a few tips to take with you when attending these big events and meeting new people.
So we do offer these as a general guideline, rule of thumb. You're welcome to modify this in whatever direction you may need. But we've tried to condense this down into three simple rules with sub explanations that you can keep in mind when you go to these events, even your local events, to try and keep the atmosphere of Heroclix friendly and fun.
And positive.
The first step we like to refer to as bring it. It's really quite simple. Bring your stuff. That's right. We like to show off what we commonly refer to as our battle boxes, not to be confused with battle box videos for our games, but this is the box of everything that you would normally need for Heroclix. Eric has, just to open this up here, hopefully without spilling it everywhere.
Yes.
He's got his ID cards, special little marker I made for
ID card placements.
ID card placements and batteries. He's got all his action tokens, several sets of dice, all his special objects, relics, regular objects, heavy, ultra heavy, and ultra light, heavy objects, light objects, all your markers, space for your team, space for your cards. Really, if you bring something like this to a game, you're going to be set. You're going to have everything you need. He also normally keeps his PAC and his rulebook in here as well. That way, when you show up, you brought your stuff. I mean, there was really not anything that much more annoying than somebody who says, hey man, can I borrow some objects? Can I borrow some hindering terrain tokens? Can I borrow some blocking terrain tokens? Can I borrow water tokens? Can I borrow a card for this figure? Can I borrow this figure? Dude, shall I just bring everything for you? I mean, bring your stuff, guys. Come on. There are times that, yes, we all forget something. It's understandable. But if you just take a moment before you go to your venue and make sure, checklist that you've got everything you need before you show up, then, you brought it.
And if you guys, are wondering where we got something like that, you can get them at Walmart,
It's typically in the sporting goods section. This is just a fly tackle box. You can find them in the craft section. They're usually a little bit more spendy than tabs of pink. So, I mean, if you guys want to rock out that pink for the breast cancer awareness, knock yourselves out. The second portion of Bring It is bring a good attitude. It's really important to show up to a venue or a game or an event with the correct attitude. And I'm not going to say you have to be super happy, jolly, smiley guy, because I'm clearly not that guy. But you need to show up with the right attitude that, you're here to play and have fun. And you're in a competitive event. You are here to win. But you also need to keep in mind you may lose. And losing is not the end of the world. It happens. This is a competitive game.
Yes.
There's going to be one winner and one loser. You may think you're the biggest dog on the block, the biggest fish in the pond, and somebody just totally rolls your amazing team. Oh well.
And dice, dice, man.
Dice happen, but you got to have a good attitude. That's where it starts. If you go in there with all these expectations that you're just going to sweep the whole place and nobody's going to beat you and you're never going to miss a hit and, everybody's going to lose except you, and that doesn't happen, you're going to end up being disappointed. It's going to make you angry. It's going to make you salty. It's going to give you a bad attitude. And it's going to ruin the experience for you as well as the other people around you. So when you bring it, bring a good attitude. Bring the right attitude about Heroclix. And as long as everybody brings the right attitude, the atmosphere will stay friendly, upbeat, and, really just nice overall.
Yeah.
Step 2. We like to call this ask, don't tell. I did mention this in one of the posts that there really is nothing just more frustrating than every time you try and take an action, somebody says, you can't do that, you can't do that, you can't base my character because of this, you can't use this power because I did that, you can't do that because I have this, you can't do that, you can't move there, you can't do this, you can't do that. Really, okay, how about I just not play the game and let you win? All you're going to do is sit there and tell me that I can't do things. Now, there are teams that's what they do. Felix Faust. You can't do that.
Nick Fury.
There's just all sorts of things. But the better way to go about that and I've seen this tried and true, is you ask. I'm going to shoot your character. May I ask how you're, seeing through my stealth because I'm in hindering terrain?
Oh, I see. Sorry about that.
I'm going to do hypersonic and hit that character. May I ask how you're getting past my plasticity?
Ah, crap! You had plasticity. Can I take that back?
Sure, go right ahead. I'm going to use my super amazing power on your character. Can I ask how you're doing that? Because I believe I outwitted that power.
That's right, you did. I guess I can't do that.
It's really different than saying no, you can't do that.
Just be polite. If you tell them something in the question, they will say, right. That makes sense.
And there are times where I've been playing against a figure that I'm not familiar with, and they suddenly pull out this huge combo of, well, I'm going to do this and this and this and this and this because reasons.
Well, how did you do that?
Can I ask how that came about? I'm not certain. And have them walk you through it. Well, this character is doing this and this character is doing this. I'm attacking you for 5 damage. I see a printed 4. May I ask how you're getting 5 damage? Oh, well, I'm perplexing him from this guy. Oh, I must have missed that when you called that out. Great. I just wanted to clarify.
Okay.
It is really lip servicey, but it does make for a better interaction with your opponents.
Communication is key, guys. The more you guys communicate your turns and point things out in a nice, understanding way and ask questions, you will have a much better time playing the game, and you might learn something while playing as well.
And it just overall, it's just better to do things in that fashion rather than well, I'm telling you this and I'm going to do that, and just being really bossy and taking control of the board, because then that tension builds and then you get rage and it just doesn't go well.
Yes.
Next up in our Ask Don't Tell section, we recommend that if you have a rules question, don't just tell people how it is, ask a judge.
Raise your hand, yell judge, and if there's one at the venue, they will come to you as soon as they can.
Or not yell judge, simply ask for a judge or call a judge over. But you should be asking the judge, not the person observing your game, not the guy over playing his own game.
Not the person you're playing.
Because they might get it wrong. Now, granted, if they get it wrong, it's a ruling within your game, and that's how it goes. For casual games, yeah, you don't have anybody else to ask but your opponent. But in a way, you can ask the PAC, you can ask a rulebook, you can consult a forum, you can ask, but never just say, well, this is how it is because I read it somewhere.
Yeah.
Because we've all made mistakes. We've all forgotten rulings. A lot of us have not always been up to date on most current rulings about things. We read things wrong. Reading is a thing. So it's always a matter of asking rather than just commanding and telling the game to somebody. And, really, it is distracting to ask other players that are playing rules. Ask a judge. That's what they're there for. They are typically not playing a game because they need to be there for when rules questions show up, not just to organize the tournament tree and let you guys go play.
Unsupervised.
Alright, so that is the total sum of Ask, Don't Tell. Lastly, we just sum this one up really simple with don't throw.
Don't throw.
This pertains to don't throw a fit, don't throw your dice, don't throw your figures, don't throw the game, just don't throw. If it comes to a point where you're going to throw something, just kind of stop.
Take a walk.
Take a breath. Back it off. Find that attitude that you brought with you that was supposed to keep things going well. And just carry on. Keep calm, carry on. Now, when we say don't throw the game, there are points where, as you saw in one of our battle boxes, all Eric had left was Amanda Waller.
Shake your opponent's hand.
It's done.
Good
it's
game.
Over with. Yeah, it's fine. You got this. Yeah, you give him the points, it's fine. But I was playing a game with Nano the other day for our ROC practice, and he has something of a tent pole team that he's working with, and I killed his tent pole. Now, he still had some other attackers, but he was like, I think I should just quit. I was like, don't throw the game, man. You still got other people. There's other strategies here. Don't quit before you're actually down and out. And when you're down and out and there is absolutely nothing you can do, all you've got is people have 0 damage or 7 attack. Or
you will know.
You'll know. You're just like, yeah, at best I've got 2 damage, you've got invulnerable on all your characters. We're done here. I'm not even going to try for those crits. It's not throwing the game, that's conceding the fact that you lost.
Knowing when you're defeated and being polite about it.
So don't dice rage. Yes, dice rage is a thing, but don't throw your dice when you're mad. Don't throw figures across the room. Don't grab the nearest object and toss it in a fury rage.
Don't hurt your opponent's figures.
Don't hurt your opponent.
With their figures.
Or period. Just don't throw a fit. It can be difficult to keep it to yourself. We've all experienced this. Dice rage is a thing. Game rage is a thing. Things just don't go the way you want. There's a guy at our venue that when he gets mad, you can see it in his face. He's just red. And he stays that way for a while.
Vein.
Just in his neck. So, but, we know. And we're just like, okay, yeah. Sympathize with your opponent. Rolls suck. But, just don't throw.
And that's really it, guys. If you can remember these 3 steps and their little by-steps, you, yourself, can help bring a better environment to your local venue or any competitive event you attend. Because even just bringing the good attitude, that aura, can put that on other people as well.
Make things better for everybody else. And, turning the judge for rules, it does make the judge feel that he does have an importance in the locale. And, I'd rather have a ruling from a judge. The other thing with the ruling with the judge, don't argue with the judge. Even if he makes the most ridiculous ruling that you've ever heard of in regards to a rule, judge rule.
Judge rule.
For the remainder of that game, and that game only, that is the rule for the game.
Yep.
So, but yeah, and one other thing that I forgot to mention with don't throw a celebration when your opponent misses terribly. Don't throw an over celebration when you get crit hits. I mean, there is that yes moment.
That's totally fine.
Even when they get a crit miss, it's like, oh. Don't be like, woo, yeah, this guy sucks. Woo, see that crit miss? I totally won this game. Yeah, it's over. Woohoo.
It's the most excited I've seen you in a while.
that's not cool for that guy. And when you get that crit hit, yeah, you've got that excitement going on. Unless they're sharing in that excitement with you, keep it down a notch. Don't throw an over-exuberant celebration.
Yep.
So, just a quick recap. We're going to go with bring it, bring your stuff, bring good attitude. Ask, don't tell. Ask a judge, and ask how they're doing that instead of telling them that they can't.
Yep.
And then don't throw. Don't throw a fit. Don't throw your dice. Don't throw an over-exuberant celebration at the cost of somebody else's feelings.
Don't throw the game.
Don't throw the game. So, really, bring it. Ask, don't tell, and don't throw.
That's been etiquette, guys.
Really, really short and sweet. Hope you guys take this with you to your venues and pass this around. Again, these are unspoken rules of Heroclix. It is a suggestion, a guideline, not a requirement. But we really feel that, ourselves included, if we can start incorporating this into our gameplay, the overall atmosphere at Heroclix games will just get better.
And venues can tell. If they see the Clix crowd coming with these kind of attitudes, no matter what happens, like no one's getting angry, no one's getting frustrated, everyone's happy, having a great time, they'll be like, we want more of these players. Let's get some more of this going on.
Or new guy shows up to your venue and he doesn't know anybody there. And, he walks into a venue where everybody's dice raging and getting upset when things don't work. He's probably not going to stick around. He goes to a venue where everybody's like, hey, welcome to the game. Hey,
come watch us play.
Oh, man, that's crit miss. That's terrible. But, oh, dude, look at that crit hit. You just totally obliterated my figure. That is awesome.
Dang it.
It is what it is. There's definitely a black and white view of what would be seen based on the attitude and the environment that you're creating.
Correct.
So use these guidelines to try and create a better environment at your Heroclix venue, and we hope this has been helpful.
We'll see you guys in the next video. Please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and tell us how we're doing. And always remember,
strike first
and strike hard.